Hi guys, if you saw previous episodes on this channel, should be familiar with such a new kit, so-called PanZer, which I decided to quickly build and paint from the box. I decided to purchase it due to unusual conception of this vehicle. It's a training Kubelwagen, but equipped with turret and with machine gun. So let's start from the turret. Turret similar to Panzer I light tank, but without hedges. It's much more simplified compared to Panzer I turret. And we have here only one machine gun. It should be rotatable, so I prepared all details for it, cleared the excess amount of plastic, and with the help of extra thin glue, trying to connect the several details in one piece. Connection here is good. No problems, and it goes like Lego in work. Well, maybe I applied here too much glue and I caused some damage with my fingers. I left here fingerprints on the one side. Well, let it dry up and then we carefully sand them. So have to be patient during gluing process and trying to avoid too much glue. Okay, turret completed. Actually, micro gaps visible somewhere in some places where we have connection of armor plates, and maybe final layer of primer and paint will hide that gaps, or we can put here a small amount of modeling putty. As for machine gun, it's okay from the box. We have no interior of the turret itself. I just drilled here a hole with such a tool, ordinary solution. Okay, let's go to the chassis parts. I added here several details, connection very precise, and instruction gives good building references. So we have here transmission imitation, which on click could be connected to the rest part, and we fix it with the glue, then rear part of the body, and I admitted that many details could be fixed without glue. The friction force works good here, you can just apply the details, but for sure we connect here everything with the extra thin glue. Okay, we have here such an exhausting system. All this stuff consists only from 3 details. We also drilled here holes in the pipes. Front steering system looks a little bit complicated, but all details located here in 2 pieces. You can connect them together and then just provide small amount of glue, then install them on the frame. When the chassis is completed, holes inside exhausting pipes drilled, we can move to the interior section of this vehicle. Actually, not so many details located inside the interior, but I think it would be visible through windscreen and other transparent parts of this vehicle. So we have here such a kind of wooden parts and several more details like pedals, steering axis and so on, seats. Also we have here additional bottom platform, which is absent in stock Kubelwagen. And several hours later I install additional details here. Actually the rest parts of the interior, storage boxes, seats and one seat and some other details. And of course side body panels. Actually in instruction not 100% clear how to paint interior. Some details marked to be painted in white, some other in black, but there is no clear information how should be painted all surface, all panels inside this vehicle, so I decided to paint them in white color. But I'm not sure whether that's the correct solution. As a second decision I decided to assemble here everything and then somehow to paint the details with an airbrush and a hand brush. I think here's enough space to paint all these details as it should be. Also we can find empty engine space, which we hide with a plate, and there is no engine itself in this kit. Okay, interior and actually most parts of this vehicle already assembled, and Unpainted them with an airbrush, inner surfaces with the help of white acrylics, but before body assembling it's better to sand some spots from the pushers during the casting process. Anyway, now we can paint several inner details, and here they are. So all surfaces were airbrushed in white. I'm not sure whether it's correct painting pattern, but it would be white. And we received such a result. Minor details I'm painted in wooden and black colors. And in the end there were added wash and chipping effects with the help of dry brush. Well, that chipping and all the details I think wouldn't be visible too much, but anyway, let's paint them. Now we can install details and panels that were painted separately. Panels that were painted separately were installed, well, and all small outer details as well. Not so many details on the outer surfaces. In several places I added small amount of putty just to hide some connection gaps on the body and on the turret. Headlights left. By the way, there are totally 3 options for headlights, which is kinda very interesting. Like this one, protected, the same but with the canvas. And the third option, a combination of first option and transparent parts from the box. Upper part of the body, this time it also would be painted as a separate detail, because in the end we still need access inside this car to install some transparent parts. And we have discs with the tires. Tires can be easily assembled or dismounted in any time from the discs. For painting purposes, body and all other details except tires were painted in German grey color, like German tanks of early period of war. I added here gradient effects a little, and now I want additionally highlight some smaller details here. All that effects can be done with a small hand brush, and also with a small hand brush we can paint several details which would be painted in other colors. For example, on the bottom part we have kind of transmission, exhausting pipes, and some other details that should be painted in black color. After a layer of gloss varnish was applied, we can add here decals. We have here, except hood inside, also license plates for front and rear parts, and also we have a cross on the turret. Decals very easily and fast removes from the card, maybe due to warm water, so have to be careful, but it's not a problem in general. Rear license plate a little bit out of size, but in general it's okay. And several days later I finished painting works. There were added dark liquid wash and small amount of oils, as usual. And everything was covered with a matte varnish. Looks good, I think. Now we can remove painting masks, intriguing moment, and expected that there will be everything okay and there will be no grey spots inside over the white base color, and it seems everything clear there. We also have all other details like roof, turret and wheels painted and prepared for installation. Also we have transmission protection shield. I scratched paint with a knife on a connection points, and now we can adjust these parts and glue them with extra thin plastic glue. Connection points for wheels were prepared as well. And we completed this kit. Well, not everything here was straightforward. I made some mistakes with glasses when I tried to remove them from the frames. In general, this kit and everything looks here okay. From myself, I added here just antenna from a piece of plastic and changed headlights to more realistic. In general, I can say that this is nice kit and good in work, good model, but due to glasses and interior painting works, it's a little bit more difficult in assembling and painting that it might be expected. But we received such an unusual version of famous German Kubelwagen, but with armament. And if you put it, for example, near such a wrap, for example, it's look like in 1:72 scale, but actually they in the same scale. And actually this is a car, while the M-wrap is a truck. But if you put this Kubelwagen somewhere to more suitable kit, it's look pretty cool. So such a little bit weird and unusual armored training car from MENG, I think a must-have for German Kubelwagen vehicle lovers. And next time we will continue work on some other kits. So for today, thank you for watching, have a nice day and bye guys.